evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff. Tonight we have two cameras at this football game. Steve Fust will start out at the top of the press box and Paul Sprague on the field, and we will edit it together later. This is the fifth game of the season for Daniel Hand. They're playing Sheehan of Wallingford, which should make a very good game. Frank, tell us about these two games and the matchup.
Well, I think you were probably thinking the East Haven game wasn't a game, but really five so far, Ken. So it's 5-0 for Hand, 5-0 for the Sheehan Titans, and this is purported to be one of the better high school football games of the whole season. So it should be kind of fun. You know, the press was talking about battle of the quarterbacks and battle of the running backs, and then talking to the coach ahead of time. He says, well, it's going to be, depends on whose defense is running the best this week. Probably a couple of relatively weaker sides of both programs right now being that defense. But I'll tell you, it's going to be in the trenches down front, and who's able to pick up blitzing linebackers and things like that. So it'll come right down to the Brick Mason and Mikey Anderson and Tiny Tim and the Submarine, and those guys will be the ones that'll have to pick them all up down there.
So these two teams, both of them at 5-0 at this point in the season. They're the only two undefeated teams in the state in Class M. They're both ranked in the top 10 in all schools in the state of Connecticut. So it should be an excellent football match, and we're getting set for the preliminaries before the kickoff, and we'll have this game going before long. The coin toss in the middle of the field is won by Sheehan. The co-captains for Hand are Eric Hamill and Mike Anderson.
That's exciting.
All right, everybody's on the field. We got delayed a little bit as the ambulance was caught in the traffic coming to the Surf Club. But Hand will kick off to Sheehan. Jim Willis has it teed up. And it's a low bouncing kick. And it's going to be fielded, dropped.
That's down.
And covered at about the 31-32.
Too many white shirts there, but he did kind of bobble that. Hand almost got on it. It looked like Tommy Malik in awful tight on that.
So Sheehan gets the ball at about the 33.
Excuse me, that was Nick Ricano. Great job, Nick. This is the first meeting of the two. I don't know, we mentioned that yet? First meeting of these two teams ever. So a little bit of a...
We don't know much about them, but we do know they have a good quarterback and a good running back. Frank, isn't that correct?
Number 12 and 33. That's what we'll be keying on a little bit here.
They run out of a wing T type formation and a run to the right side and a cut back, and he's cut down with Tim Hevesy sliding down the line of scrimmage, makes a tackle.
Tommy Madison and Chris Frey also. Chris Frey's running an 87 number tonight. He's had almost all the numbers between 0 and 100 so far, I think, this season.
So the first carry of the game, nets between 3 and 4 yards. Second down for Sheehan. We're early in this game, no score. Second play of the game coming up. Motion to the near side, and a Hand man raised up early. We'll see if he gets a 5-yard penalty on that.
That was the Brick Mason. He went into action quickly, trying to get that body of his going. It was a little bit too early. Kind of interesting, if you notice, we see Eric Hamill is out there playing a safety position. And you don't see Eric out there very often, except maybe kind of some critical plays and things like that, but we've got him out there now.
5-yard penalty marched off against Hand, makes it 2nd and 1 at the 41 for Sheehan.
He changed the play since, too. Number 15's out here instead of 42.
And a run right up the middle, and he didn't gain much. He may not make the first down on that. Underneath of that is 87. Did we decide that was Chris Frey?
That was Chris Frey, yes, sir. Nice job, Chris.
So he cuts the ball carrier down with a very small gain, still short of a first down. Number 30, Tom Malik, inside linebacker, calls the defensive signals. In the defensive line for Hand are Tim Hevesy on the far side, Chris Frey on the near side, and Mason and Anderson at the tackles. Third and short, and first down for Wallingford. Got about a 5 or 6 yard gain up to about the 48.
Well, they'll be happy with getting that gain and that first down on that, but it really wasn't as purposeful as they wanted. It looked like some missed blocks in there, but the running back did a nice job staying on his feet, moving around his tackle.
We'll pick up the rest of the defensive players for Hand. Protecting the corners are Mac Dolan on the far side and Eric Becker on the near side. First down for Sheehan at the 48, pitch to the near side and a cut back. And the man is submarined by Eric Becker, who cuts his legs off from under him.
Yeah, and he was being pretty well blocked out of the way, too. Eric did a nice job sliding that block, staying enough in position where we could get down and low and take the legs out.
5 yard gain to the 47. Sheehan with the first possession of this ball game are moving the ball across midfield. Sheehan a tight formation of one receiver split wide right and motion to the right, and quarterback looking to throw and looking to the right, and it's intercepted by Hand.
Oh, the knife!
Dolan.
The knife! He slices his way in. Oh, that's more like a scalpel, wasn't it?
Mac Dolan intercepted for Hand. Gets the ball for the first time at the 42.
Whatever his name is, the quarterback really telegraphed that, but he was being pressured by Tiny Tim up here too. He knew he was limited time-wise, what he was going to be able to happen out.
So Mac Dolan, good defensive play, cut right in front of the receiver, and with their first possession, split backfield with Hamill and Turton. Hamill carries the ball, a short gain, gets about a yard.
Well, we're going to see people keying on there, we know that, and that'll eventually will free up some other people, but there was just standing play for Hand, going to the right side, first play of the game. That's to get the butterflies out of the stomach and see what kind of probing can be done.
Tim Hevesy over the ball at center, Mark Gumkowski at quarterback, and off to the first man through, that looks like Dan Carroll. Gains about 3.
Oh, it was close too, I think. But that may have been when he went down. But they spotted it where Rod Mason picked the ball up, where he covered the ball. So third and about 4 or 5 there.
I guess that wasn't Carroll. That was 28. Turton.
Interesting lineup that time too. The tight end was to the left, as was a split receiver.
3rd and 3 for Hand. Pitch to the left side to Hamill. Hamill has got the first down to the 46.
That play was actually set up by the play previous to that. Very same lineup and everything, where they took the quick dive and gave it to Turton first time. This time they pitched it to Eric, and he had the extra blockers going out there with Tommy Hopkins and number 9 tight end Dorflinger.
So that play needed 3 yards, and Eric Hamill takes it for 4. This time Carroll is in at fullback, Hamill at tailback. Carroll gets the ball. He met right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
He did. He got met right at the line of scrimmage, but he didn't go down immediately. He would have been almost for a loss, but he gained about a yard off of that.
1 yard gain, but the middle was totally plugged up by the Sheehan Titans on that play.
Some of the pregame publicity talked about a lot of stunning, perhaps, which means blitzing and also down interior linemen on defense moving.
Gumkowski looking to throw. He's looking for Duggan, wide open, overthrows him, incomplete pass. Bob Duggan is wide open in the near flat.
The pass was there, and Bobby just had to kind of slightly turn around there. It was a stretch, but little tiny bit behind him. They both tried real hard on that, but not quite.
So 3rd down and 9 for Hand. We've got 6:49 left in the first quarter. No score. This is the first possession by Hand. Sheehan has had it once, turned it over on an interception by Mac Dolan. Gumkowski rolling right, looking to throw. There's his man, complete pass. That's the G-man.
The G-man and the G-force, all in action. Gumkowski to Guinapero.
So Dan Guinapero gets enough for a first down, complete pass.
That was a really nicely executed first down for him. Now we're seeing Corey Duggan going to the other side.
This time a pitch to the right to Hamill. Hamill's following blocking. He's got some blocking. Still going down the inside the 20. That should be another first down.
It certainly should. He got his blocks. You saw Mike Anderson down there, Chris Dorflinger, really doing the job downfield a little bit there. Just open it up for him.
That was about a 12-yard gain by Eric Hamill. Right behind the blocking of Mike Anderson and Rob Mason and Chris Dorflinger on the right side of the line. Run to the right again. Dan Carroll got an opening. He's down near the 10.
Boy, that hole opened up fairly well, too. Again, it was a slant to the right between Mason and Dorflinger out there.
So Carroll takes it to the 12 is where they place it. About a 6-yard gain.
Coach going to be happy with 6-yard gains, I'll tell you.
Guinapero split wide left and handoff right up the middle, a big hole, and almost to the 5. There's one man to beat there. That was Turton who carried the ball right up the middle.
Boy, he certainly did. He moved in through there real quickly that time, as Damien's really learning to do this year.
That was enough for a first down, Frank. First and goal for Hand.
Okay, we got about 6 yards to hit that pay dirt in there.
Hand just outside the 6-yard line. Got 2 receivers to the left. But they're going to run right straight forward, and Hamill takes it for about 2.
Yeah, he got almost half the distance, at least a third of the distance.
Eric Hamill off the right side of the line down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Have to check out some of these linemen for Sheehan. They look fairly big from this distance, but
they do have some big linemen. Hand has bigger linemen than usual this year, and Sheehan matches them on the line. Split wide left this time are both Guinapero and Hopkins. And Gumkowski straight up the middle, up the gut. He's near the goal line.
Yeah, the men up front are saying he got the chalk.
Gumkowski follows Tim Hevesy and Andy Drennan near the goal line.
Nothing from the ref.
They're still trying to sort it out there. And Sheehan indicates that they picked up a fumble down there.
Whoa.
I did not see a fumble, but apparently Gumkowski had the ball stripped out of his arms near the goal line, and Sheehan has got it.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're the defensive team, you're really excited about that one.
Boy, and that ball is spotted about 6 inches outside the goal line.
Now, Mark was a little incredulous. I think he thought that he had crossed the goal line, and therefore it doesn't make any difference as long as he breaks that lane.
So Hand with a golden opportunity to score comes away empty, but Sheehan is right down to the goal line. 99 yards to go. Going to run it over the left side and get across about the 2 or 3. Tackled by Mason.
Little tiny bit of breathing room there, not much. Well, they really get him about 3 or 4 yards there almost, Kent, for the look of it. You got a healthy...
Marked it between the 3 and the 4, it looks like.
Defense would really love to shut him down here.
We got 4 minutes left in the first quarter. No score yet, but Hand was just turned away right at the goal line. And a run to the right, cut back, and run across the 5 to about the 7, it looks like.
2 or 3 more yards. The third down is still hefty 3 yards to go there, Kent. Nothing really spectacular about that, but they did get some blocks out of their front line up there.
Sheehan has got a good 3 yards to go for a first down on this play, or else they'll have to punt out of their end zone. This is the one Hand needs to stop. motion to this side and run forward up
I think he's
to
gonna
10, and if he crosses the 10, he's got it.
It's going to be the spot again. It'll make the difference. And he's got his foot right on that. Now they're moving him.
First down, but barely.
Boy, I'll tell you, that fumble took the wind right out of the crowd below us here, Ken.
The crowd got real quiet after the fumble on the 1.
Hello, you still there?
First down for Sheehan. They're out just across the 10. And a run to the near side and a good cutback. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and the man has got a good gain going clear up to about the 27.
Danny G brought him down.
And that's their runner, Eric Hare.
Yeah, he did. He had some nice moves on that. They weren't spectacular, but you could tell he was only going maybe 3/4 speed out there, and it was enough to keep his control of himself.
So he broke several tackles and made a good cut. Brings the ball across the 27, out to the 27. First down. And Sheehan running to the right. Breaks one tackle, the line of scrimmage. The man's still going. And a good run of about 15 that time. Clear across the 40.
Yeah, we need to see those arms wrap a little bit more now. Let's hope that's not setting up a condition on tackling for the day.
The ball is out near the 43.
Stiffen that defense, guys.
So Sheehan starting inside the 1 yard line has brought it clear out across the 40.
Now they've got some momentum building. You might see a little aeronautics here again.
And run to the right this time to the 45. Short gain of about 2 or 3. Tackled by Hevesy on the bottom of the tackle.
That play went right into some of the strength of hand. So, however, that's likely to have it try to set up for a little wider sweep now.
So Sheehan is a lot like Hand in that they have a strong running game, and they will keep pounding it until Hand shows that they can stop it. And hand it off to the first man, short gain.
It's Hare again.
Gained only a yard or so.
There's no question he's their go-to guy. Pre-game stats showed him at about 500 yards on the season so far, and 10 of their touchdowns. So that's a pretty good workhorse out there for a fullback.
Tom Malik and Chris Frey, and on that tackle is 3rd and 5 for Sheehan at the 49. And we're coming up to a minute left in the first quarter, no score. Quarterback is back looking to throw, got good protection. Now he's going to run out of there. Mason is chasing him and goes forward, gets the first down.
And he was hit out there by Mac Dolan.
Gains 8 or 9 yards, first down to the 46.
But the quarterback was right. He actually had some good blocking, protecting him back there a little bit, and then he just let the rushing lineman kind of move past him, and he just squirted through.
So Sheehan has mounted a drive here. We're inside of a minute left in the first quarter. Run to the right, cut back, gain of about 3. Hevesy underneath for a tackle, and Hevesy and Anderson.
They're coming off some pretty good offensive blocks in there, and this is a little bit what was being expected. So now the handmen have to get a little bit lower, stay down front, and just submarine everybody.
2nd and a little over 7, and the run this time is to the near side, and the man breaks one tackle. There's a flag down. Flag down, short gain, a gain of about 3.
No,
that was in Sheehan's backfield, an offensive holding call. That'll take him back.
Now that looked like the running back who was in motion on that. He came around and tried to get Damian Turret, and it looks like Damian is playing one of the linebacker positions. And it looked like he held Damian.
So that wasn't too tough a decision for Mike Anderson to say push them back.
No.
And the clock says 2 seconds left in the first quarter.
We'll get this play off, and then we'll reverse fields.
They're going to run it out before the play gets off. The end of the first quarter, no score. Sheehan has had it twice, Hand has had it once. Both teams have mounted fairly long drives, and Hand took it inside the 1, but coughed it up on a fumble. In quarter number 2, Sheehan has the ball just across midfield, and they're 2nd and 18 after the penalty. Quarterback looking to throw. Now he's being pressured, and Tiny Tim has got him in the backfield.
Nice move, Tiny Tim. Oh.
Tim Hevesy stayed with the man trying to block him, and when the quarterback cut up inside, ran right into Hevesy.
There's a little of that old bromide about you can burn me once, but you're not going to burn me twice. You see what Timmy did, and if I could get inside his head, he let number 24 pick him up on the block, and he let it almost like he was being covered up by that block, and he waited for the quarterback to make his move past him, and he grabbed him. Beautiful.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 20. And the quarterback rolling left, looking to throw.
Nice move.
Now he's going to run, and he's still on his feet. Finally tackled, but he gains about 10 of that back.
It's going to be 4th, though.
And that's Tim Hevesy that trailed him all the way upfield.
Nice job, because he had floated way into the backfield once he saw that pass, trying to do the same thing he did, but the pass went away from him, which was smart by Sheehan. Then when it took off, he came back down here and made the tackle. Nice recovery by Tiny Tim.
But Hand probably should have stopped that play for a loss. Punt formation for Sheehan. 4th down and about 12. Back deep is Guinapero to receive it for Hand, and the punter is aiming for the sideline, it looks like. No, it's going right down the middle, and Guinapero gets away from it. Stopped dead just outside the 10.
Oh, he was tempted to pick that little pigskin up out there, but then there were all white shirts right on top of it. And a smart move getting back because the ball didn't have any bounce on it. Well, how about that? Defense stiffened.
So Hand only had the ball once in the whole first quarter, didn't they, Frank?
That's right, but it must have been for at least half of the quarter.
Daniel Hand with the ball starting at about 11. Jankowski hands off to the first man through Turton, who gains it up to about the 15.
Taking a quick plunge in there. Nice handoff, nice and smooth.
And a 4-yard gain.
Right, ran right up between Anderson and Tiny Tim.
Tim Hevesy at center, Mike Anderson, Rob Mason, and Chris Dorflinger on the right side of the line, which is where they're going to run. And Hamill cuts it back, 1st down, clear up to the 25.
Beautiful pitch out there by Mark. Great job. Nice running job, too, by Eric. Move those sticks for another 1st down.
On the left side of the line for Hand are Andy Drennan and Matt Mesa. But wide left is Bob Duggan. This time handed up to him right up the middle. There's a spin move by Turton, still going, gained about 5 or 6.
He held on real strong that ball, kept it tucked right in his pocket. A couple little spin moves, got him an extra 1.5 yards or so.
So good 6-yard gain by Turton on 1st down. Ball's at the 32.
Nice offensive line movement on that too. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not.
And a delay and hand off to Hamill, who cuts back. Gains a couple of yards, but he's still short of a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a stay at home by the defense pretty much on that, and Eric was trying to fake them one way or the other, and he couldn't get them to budge.
They gave him almost 3 yards on that play and brings it near the 35.
Yeah, we'll take it.
3rd down and 1.5. And run right up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, and Turton carries it forward. He may have enough for a 1st down, however.
It's going to be close, but it'll be the spot, and I think he got it.
That should be a 1st down where they put it down. He needed 1.5 yards, and he gained about 2. So Daniel Hand with only their 2nd possession in this game, and we're a third of the way through the 2nd quarter. No score yet. Tough defensive game. Gumkowski rolling to the near side. He's got room to
Nice
run.
block.
Gets a block by Duggan out of bounds across the 50.
Beautiful block by Bobby Duggan down there.
Bobby Duggan shielded off the man to give Gumkowski another 7 or 8 yards.
That's right. He was able to keep his feet planted enough so he wasn't going to be a moving pick either. It was a nice job. Nice little kind of matchup in front right there, down front. There's a player number 71 for Sheehan, who's 265, and he's nose to nose against Tiny Tim. Pretty good workout.
That'd be a major collision down there.
bad.
Sheehan takes their first time out of this game after the first down carry by Gumkowski to the 47.
Cola was reading poetry down there in the huddle at that time?
I think he said, I'd like more plays like that last one. We have 8 minutes left before the half.
I think it was Romeo and Juliet. I don't know.
And there's a delay to Hamill. Hamill cuts through the line of scrimmage, gains about 5.
Boy, I'll tell you, he's moving through powerful. Number 73 down there for Sheehan is a 220-pound lineman, and Eric came into him with his knees and bowled him right over. Now, the man didn't let go, but he also went backwards.
Eric Hamill, they marked it about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 for Hand at the 43. Handed off to the first man, Turton, a big hole, and he's near a first down.
Good linebacker tackle out there from Sheehan, but boy, what a nice hole by the line again.
Oh, the referee just marked it back about 2 feet.
Oh, I know it.
Now they're going to measure.
I think he hiccuped or something, and when he was looking at the spot. Here's my favorite cheer down there now. Whole student body involved.
Spot where the referee moved it back a couple feet, left it about 6 inches short for
Looks
Hand.
like they negotiated. That's what they did.
It's a 3rd down play, 3rd and short, and right up the middle. And there's the first down. Turton has got it. Turton's got the first down, plus about 3 more.
They certainly did. Again, that was down. Sheehan expected exactly what happened, but when it was body against body down there, the black overtook him.
When in doubt, run behind Tiny Tim.
Yeah. Call that a steamroller, maybe. Well, maybe we use Mike Anderson's name as the
First
steamroller.
down at the 34. Pitch this time to Hamill. Hamill cuts back. Breaks 1 tackle across the 30 to the 27.
Power against power there again. Couple of real good basic tackles out there, though. You know, a lot of times when the youth league kids are watching these on Monday night or Wednesday night football, you know, you can watch both teams. So who does the good tackling and the basics and all that sort of thing?
That was a 6-yard carry by Eric Hamill on the left side of the line. And Turton carries the ball, and he's got a big hole. Turton takes it down to the 20, and that should be another first down for him.
Well, those first 5 yards come with a lot of help from your friends, but Ben, boy, those fullbacks and tailbacks have to make the rest themselves.
So Hand is moving the sticks again, but they have nothing on the scoreboard yet. The blocking on the left side of the line is Andy Drennan and Matt Mesa. And of course, Tim Hevesy at center. And run right behind Hevesy. That's Turton, takes it forward for a couple of yards.
Boy, well, not much we say. That's just smacking them in the head football down there.
The old smash mouth type football.
Yeah.
And both teams are playing that way. Both teams have strong running games, and that's exactly what both of them have done so far. This time Hand splits 2 receivers wide right, going to pair on Hopkins. But they're going to run with Hamill. Hamill follows Rob Mason, gains a couple.
Yeah, he actually changed. I think they meant that to go, like you say, over Mason. But it wasn't there, so Eric Eric took it to the left a little bit and did get a couple more yards.
Eric got 3 or 4 on that run. We are now at about the 13. 3rd down and 4 for Hand. And with the receivers split wide each side, and there's Turton. Turton got a big hole up the middle, and Turton carries it inside the 10. That should be another first down for Hand. 1st and goal at about the 8 or 7.
All right, Hand was down this close before, and now have to just keep it going.
So the fullback position has been pretty productive so far tonight, with Damian Turton carrying the ball at about the 7. 1st and goal with 4:45 left before the half. Pitch this time to the right, Hamill. And Hamill cuts it back, heading for the end zone. He's got the touchdown, and Rob Mason made a big block over there, kicked his man clear out.
Was there an atomic bomb go off or something? What was that? They cleared it all out in there.
Rob Mason turned his man toward the sideline and pushed him about 10 yards away from the play, and Mike Anderson turned his man in.
And I hope that kid knows how to swim. I think Mason's still pushing him in the Long Island Sound.
Jim Willis in for the conversion try. Ryan Milligan in the hole. Snap, placement, kick is up. Kick is good.
Nice job, Jimmy. That goes 19 in a row for the young man.
Jim Willis has made 19 straight conversion kicks this year without a miss.
I don't know if anybody really noticed the statistics this week in the New Haven Register. Jimmy Willis is the only Hand man listed. For a team 5-0, that's a little bit rare, but Jimmy's way up there in the kicking. But the main reason that Hand doesn't have other listings in there is the real spread of scoring throughout the team. There's nobody up high enough, but that's because we've got a lot of scoring by Dan Carroll and Turton, and then of course we've got Gumkowski and actually Eric Hamill in there.
This is an interesting game, Frank, in that we're down to 4.5 minutes left before the half, and Hand has had the ball exactly twice so far in this game.
Exactly twice, that's right. That's real control.
Once they scored, and once they should have scored.
You know, that's right. Once they scored and once they could have scored. Now, if that was horseshoes, we would have gotten 1.5 or 2, wouldn't we, Ken?
Or hand grenades.
Hand grenades, yeah.
So Daniel Hand with a strong running game, and Sheehan also has a strong running game. Evenly matched teams playing tough defense. Big lines, both teams.
Here we are at the part of the game that makes Hand people nervous. A kickoff.
And Jim Willis will kick it off. Kicks another bouncer, and it takes a big bounce. Easy to field at about the 25. Run back up the middle to about the 37. So Sheehan has good field position, but at least they gave that to somebody who wasn't going to take it all the way.
That's right. They're keeping it on that. That looks like a plan. As we got 2 in a row, we know Jimmy Willis can really zing that ball down the field, and it looks like he's trying to top that to get it a bounce. That's 2 kickoffs, and we've had the same result.
Unfortunately, that one took a charity hop right to the man returning it.
That's right. Instead of going a little higher or a little lower, it went right into his hands.
So Sheehan with the ball at the 38 is where they spot it. And quarterback rolling the far side. Mason makes the tackle, but the man pitches. And a good gain, almost 10 yards. And that pitch was made with both arms wrapped around the quarterback by Rob Mason.
You got to kind of give the devil his due with that one, because, man, he did. Rob had him wrapped well, and he just got that pitch away for almost the first down.
That's the kind of play that they keep doing that. We may have a fumble sometime on a pitch.
And that makes you nervous when you're on offense and you get linemen slicing through, like particularly 260-pound linemen.
Although that turned out to be a very good play for Sheehan, about a 9-yard gain, and there's a first down across the midfield stripe, tackled by Anderson and Dolan.
Yeah, I kind of tried to watch the movement of that play, and there was a big hole there, but I don't know what happened to the black shirts. They were certainly not in position to bring it down earlier.
So Sheehan, a first down, spotted at about the 46. Sheehan has one man behind the quarterback, now a motion man. Quarterback looking to throw. Now he throws across the middle, complete pass. First down for Sheehan across the 35. Tackled by Turton and Duggan.
That was a nice pass. Nice pass, nice catch. The man was open out there.
So a good throw by the quarterback. Put it right on the numbers of the receiver.
Kind of interesting. He rolled slightly and he rolled away from Tiny Tim, which is what I would want to do from a self-preservation standpoint too.
Ball at the 33, and we have 2:40 left before the half. Plenty of time for Sheehan. Pitch to the right, and it looks like a reverse, and a double reverse, and now a long throw. And overthrown, incomplete pass.
Woo! Little bit of razzle-dazzle down there.
So a handoff going one way, handoff back, pitch back to the quarterback who threw it as far as he could throw it.
That's right, and the receiver actually went all the way downfield on left side and cut across, so that was planned all the way to be passing it to that spot out there. And there was really not a heck of a lot of pressure by him. The handmen got a little bit anxious when they saw that happening, and they kind of ran by the play a little bit.
That brings up 2nd and 10 for Sheehan. And the quarterback hands off, cut back to the right. And a gain of about 2 or 3. And the first man in on that tackle is Tom Malik.
Yeah, nice fundamental tackling out there by Tom. Stayed down, looked at the belt buckle, drove through, brought him down.
And helped out by Andy Drennan. Third down and about 7 for Sheehan. The ball is sitting right on the 30-yard line.
Definitely passing situation. They've had some success with it.
We've got a receiver to each side of the field, split backfield. Quarterback is looking to throw now. A shovel pass forward, completed, and a good run. A long run and a first down, and plus about 7 or 8.
Oh, yeah, that was a real good play.
Hey, that looked like a pro play, Frank. You don't see a shovel pass at the high school level too much.
Very seldom, and you know what? You can say there's a couple of those black shirts down there that are really chomping on their mouth guards right now because they ran by that play.
Hands defense has not seen a play like that all year.
No, that's a tough one. They'll get smart and they'll be there though. They're intelligent young guys.
So first down down at the 15 and a run to the left and back where a lot of black shirts meet the play. Gain of 2 or 3.
Now we look at that again because they haven't seen that play. They probably haven't worked it very much. You know, it's one of those plays you might see once or twice in the preseason when you're drilling your own teams and stuff. But that's a kind of play where somebody has to be taking that fullback, the blocking fullback, and be keyed right on him. And that's what I'm sure Coach Sekula will be saying out there right now.
So Sheehan gets the ball down to about the 13. They call their second timeout before the first half is over, and there's 1:16 left on the clock. Sheehan takes their second timeout. They have 1 left in the first half. And they have 2nd and about 8. Quarterback looking to throw. Now he's going to roll.
Drennan's after him.
And quarterback is rolling to the near side. Thrown out of bounds by Dan Carroll.
Man, you got a very, very smart quarterback down there. He gets those options, and he doesn't play his cards real early out there.
So about a 7-yard gain, and they went out of bounds and stopped the clock. So Sheehan's in good shape with the clock.
But they've got this is take it right through for 4th down territory down here. So they've got 2 plays to make that first down.
They're just inside the 9-yard line. They need about a little over 3 for a first down.
Real tight formation in there. They're looking for a couple of yards each play.
And Malik is looking like he's going to
wants to go
blitz, and he does. It's a run to the right.
Nice.
And met right at the 10.
Loss of a couple, or 1 maybe.
Mac Dolan comes off the bottom of that pile, and Andy Drennan is there. So no gain. They put it back down about where the line of scrimmage, or maybe lost a half a yard.
Yeah, they really.
But this is interesting, Frank. That brings up a 4th down. They have about almost 5 for a first down, and how much they need for a touchdown? About.
Well, yeah, that looks like 6.
6, okay.
To me, maybe close. No, I'm sorry. That's 10. I was looking at the wrong line. That's 10 for a touchdown.
So Sheehan uses their last timeout before the half. Interesting play, fourth down play, Frank, and we were just noting that Mark Gumkowski has come in to play safety for Hand on this play. Big play, 52 seconds left in the half, but a fourth down play. And it's going to be a pass play, a left-handed pass play, and overthrown, incomplete. Hand gets the ball back.
Hand holds. Hand holds.
And Mac Dolan was right there on the coverage. If that had been completed back to the quarterback, he still would not have made much.
No, he was going right down in it. But I'll tell you, we've seen in this series of plays here some very, very interesting and aggressive play calling by the Sheehan people out there.
So Hand with the ball back with 48 seconds left on the clock before the half, leading 7-0. The ball is at the 9-yard line. And they're just going to run it right up the middle.
That's right, nothing risky.
And that's Damian Turton who takes it to the 15.
They may try to see if they can break something the old-fashioned way, the hard way, then they'll do it, but they're not going to risk anything.
Hand is content that deep in their own territory, I believe, to run one more play and let the clock run out. Sheehan cannot stop it because they have taken all their timeouts. In a tight formation, and they're going to run right up the middle again. I think, no, swing to the right to Hamill. Hamill is going to turn the corner if he can get by one man, which he cannot do. He had a lot of space ahead of him. Could he, had he gotten past that tackler?
Yeah, he did. The safeties were still back and would have had an angle on him, but the safeties aren't as big as Eric, and Eric has the smarts coming down in an open field run like that.
And they wind the clock up with, that will be the last play of the first half. It's down to 1 second and runs out. So the first half runs out with two very good football teams taking it right at each other, Frank.
This is all it was advertised to be, so the fans on both sides of the field are getting a pretty good piece of entertainment here tonight.
So the score at halftime is Daniel Hand 7, Sheehan of Wallingford nothing. And we will pick up a bit of the halftime entertainment and back for the second half.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Sheehan High School Tiger Marching Band, under the direction of Richard Fasano, will open tonight's show with the 2001 Space Odyssey theme. Drum majors Liz Rogan, Mike McCart, and Kate Gardner will then lead the band downfield to an original Spanish-style musical selection by Ken Guy with two poets, Yenko Espanol.
Hand gets the ball first, right?
Yeah.
We're about ready to begin the second half. Co-captains Eric Hamill and Mike Anderson are in the center of the field. They kicked off first to begin the game to Sheehan. So Hand will get the ball to start the second half. And so far this game has been a major struggle for two good teams going right at each other. Strong ground games, both teams playing tough defense. And Frank, I have to admire Sheehan's guts on trying a lot of different things. That's the first time we've seen a shovel pass forward all year. They tried a reverse and a pitch back to the quarterback with a long pass. They tried a pitch and a pass to the quarterback out on the flat.
Option, right? Yeah.
So they've pulled out all the stops.
They really have. I would say they probably did those specifically, knowing Hand is basic in the dirt football, and with a good penetration, you're going to run right by some of those plays, and so that was very much by design.
I was talking to one of the Sheehan people at the halftime, and they said we can look to see that shovel pass 2 or 3 times a game. They run it all the time.
Well, if they do, then I think a couple of our young men will pick up on that, because I'll tell you, one thing can happen with that shovel pass. It can be intercepted.
What do we got here, Frank, on the kickoff?
Maybe going for an onside
They
kick.
spread, and now they kick a short, high one, and somebody better field that. It's going out of bounds.
Yeah, that's kind of curious. That's an interesting.
I haven't seen a lineup like that on the kickoff team before.
Almost like a soccer play, you know, when you get everybody around the ball and see who's going to do the soccer kick.
So it goes high and short and out of bounds on the far sideline, where a Hand will take over. They're trying to decide whether to take it at the 35 or to have a re-kick. And it looks like they're going to come back and kick it again. I think they've decided if that's as much distance as that kicker can get, maybe they'll see if they can run one back.
That's right. Now they got to remember, though, that's a free ball down there, and that's one of the things maybe that they were trying to do down there on Sheehan's standpoint, is get one of their fast backs down there and pick the ball up. It's free once it goes 10 yards.
So Guinapero and Duggan are both about the 25-yard line to try to return this kickoff to begin the second half. And they spread out, and it's a low hit. Carroll picks it up at the 40 and runs it forward, so they gained
14 yards or so, 13 yards.
They gained some yardage by playing it that way.
By the way, I might as well say now, we did get some statistics at halftime from Ken Conlon, who does a great job for us that way. And what a balance Hand has had on offense. We have 11 plays for Eric Hamill for 62 yards, and 11 plays for 55 yards for Damian Turton.
So Hand gets the ball at the 47, good field position, and a run straight forward. There's Hamill, takes it to the 50, gains about 3.
Eric actually kind of tripped over one of the hand players as he was trying to turn his man outside. Eric got there just quick enough so that he didn't quite see those legs hanging down there, I think, and tripped over him, but he really hit that hole fast.
Hand only has a 7-0 lead in this game, and we might add, Frank, that they're tough in the second half. They've come from behind a couple of times late in the game to win, just like Hand has. And there's a big hole for Hamill. Hamill's got a first down.
Nice job. That was quite a delay back there. Fake to Turton, and everybody bought the fake. Hamill just stood back there like he was observing the play, and then he got the ball from a nice hide out there by Gummy.
A delay or a draw goes for 11 yards for Eric Hamill to the 39. First down Hand. Hand with 2 receivers to the near side, handed off to the first man. There's a big hole, and that's Turton, who carries forward for close to 8.
How about that, huh?
So
Nice
Damian
move.
Turton with a big hole carries for 8 yards.
Well, you're right, too, and that usually we hear that Sheehan is a second half ball club. We can keep the ball out of their hands.
Pitch to Hamill again. Hamill going to the right side. He breaks the tackle, breaks another one. Spins away, and a good run. Gets a first down.
Nice spin move by Eric out there.
He didn't have much place to run, but he still spun away, broke a tackle or two. took it forward for a first down. I noticed they're pitching the ball to Eric Hamill deep in the backfield so he can pick up his blockers.
That's right. Give him a good chance to look at what's going on out there.
Ball at the 29, first down hand. Hand off to the first man and hit right at the line of scrimmage. Damian Turton covers it up with both arms, but he doesn't gain much.
Well, number 42 is making it easy. A lot of plays down there for Sheehan.
Turton gets less than a yard on that carry and got a couple of bruises to count for it.
Well, number 42 is one of the team captains and well thought of in the linebacker circles. That's going to be 5 yards in the hand.
And flags fly before the play gets started. An offside against or an encroachment against Sheehan. So 5 yards from the freeway.
Yeah, we'll take them that way. Take them anyway. Freeway, highway, back roads, we'll take them, Ken.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Mark Gumkowski all the way at quarterback, hands off to Hamill, who comes back across the middle. Short gain.
Very interesting. The defense was running a 4-man front all the first half, and they're on a 3-man front now, giving the linebackers, actually putting a man extra out in the linebacking core, probably so that, again, they can try to stuff it a little bit, knowing Hand's going to blow them off, but that gives you a little more kind of in a secondary defensive position.
Hamill only gains a yard on that carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 4, and the ball is at about the 24. Handed off to the first man. Carroll spins, goes forward across the 20.
Nice job,
And that should be another first down if he crossed the 20. He's down about the 19.
Dan hasn't been in on the plays too much. He's usually carrying the play in. That's Eric's carry. Damian comes in and brings the play for his own carry. That time we were able to see Dan Carroll get in there and do his Christmas singing right off the bat.
So Dan Carroll takes it for a first down at the 19. Pitch this time to Hamill on the left side. A kick out block, and Hamill's heading down deep. That was blocking over there by Dorflinger and Andy Drennan on the left side, and a big run by Eric Hamill.
He had a couple of nifty moves out there himself once he got by his protection.
His tight end was on that side of the field, and he made it for good yardage. Where we got it here, Frank? First down inside the 10, first and goal.
First and goal.
And a run up the middle into the end zone. That's Damian Turton. Damian Turton takes it right behind Tim Hevesy, and who are the other big boys in there? Mike Anderson, Andy Drennan.
Well, we had that commercial building down there, number 72, the brick mason.
So Hand with the first possession of the second half. Got the ball in good shape on the kickoff. Took it right down the field and punched it in. Jim Willis to try the conversion. Kick is up, and he hit the knuckleball that time. And it's good.
He'll take that one, too.
It wasn't pretty, but he put it through.
I don't know how that went. It went through sideways, but he'll take it. Let me tell you, that took off 3 minutes and 46 seconds off the board, too.
So Jim Willis makes the score 14-0. Going back to last week, we didn't play a team nearly the caliber of this at East Haven, but Hand put the game away in the third quarter with 3 scores. So they score early here in the third quarter.
That's right. It builds momentum, but again, you like to see that. You like to see you come out of the halftime locker room and ready to fight like that. And did a nice job, and it really takes a lot of wear and tear off of the defense when they do that. So now we're going to have to see just what's going to transpire out there, and if Sheehan is in the very same situation. Now get their offense cooking. We hope not.
We don't need a long run back here.
No.
So Jim Willis has now made 20 consecutive extra point kicks this year, and that one, I don't know how it got through, Frank, but it went through sideways, as you said.
Yeah. I'll tell you. You'd hate to have seen it come to an end on that one.
Well, Jim Willis to kick the ball. He's going to to kick a grounder again, and is picked up at about the 26. Run to the far side of the field. The man is still going. Now he's down. Brought down around the 35.
Yeah, Eric Becker wrapped him a little bit, but almost lost him down there, but Eric stayed with it.
Eric Becker slowed him down. Mac Dolan put him away.
I still get a kick out of it. I was watching it on the tape this week, the way that Jimmy Willis made that tackle last week, too. Really good to see him stay in a game like that.
We have 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Hand has extended their lead to 14-0. A run this time to the near side of the field. And there's a penalty flag, and the man's got the corner. He's finally out of bounds, but a flag clear back at the 35.
It's going to be a hold again, I think.
That's Eric Hare, their good runner.
He is
that
good.
Play will probably come back. It was thrown in Sheehan's backfield, a holding call.
If I don't make a mistake, I think it was the very same one as we saw the other holding penalty on the very same player, where he was coming around in motion, and it was his job to seal off the end, and he didn't quite get it done, and he had to hold, and that's where the penalty comes from.
The Hand had several defensive players that the ball carrier had to slow down and pick up blocks, and somebody made an illegal block to get around the corner. That will bring up first down again, but 1st and 20 for Sheehan. Ball at the 25. Quarterback looking to throw, being pressured, and there's a man wide open, complete pass, and wrestled down, but they gained about 11 on that play.
Well, they made up for the penalty right there with that one play. So
Malik and Dolan make the tackle, but about an 11, 12-yard gain, get over half of that back.
We've seen a couple of real good passes out there, and let's say medium to short passes by the quarterback. The long one that he tried, the bomb, wasn't really very good and well executed, but these couple of close ones, he's got a pretty good rifle arm on him.
Ball at the 36. And the quarterback hands off and a run to the near side, and another run of 7 or 8 yards, so they're within distance of picking this up. At 1st and 20, now they got 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they made some good distance in those two plays. And they kept coming over to their left or right, so...
This is the play that Hand needs to stop if they want to get the ball back right now. And Malik shoots a gap and being pursued on the far sideline, but not for a first down.
Tiny Tim wasn't able to get quite enough leverage to drop him, but
Hevesy was chasing that play, however, and the runner was just quick enough to get out of the way.
Yeah, and actually cut inside him. He saw Hevesy moving hard to one direction, which he had to do, and he just cut on the inside.
First down for Sheehan at the 47. We have a little over 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and Hand is currently leading 14-0. But this game's a long ways from over. Quarterback rolling to the near side. Now he cuts it back. And 87 there, that's Chris Frey. Got him to the ankle.
Nice job, Chris.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Here again, his job was to stay at home on his side, which he did. He was able to take on the blocker, slid the blocker off when he saw the quarterback cut on the inside and then run him down.
So the quarterback is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. There was a rollout looking to pass, and then the quarterback kept the ball. Another potential passing situation, another shovel pass, and met at the line of scrimmage by Rob Mason, but the man goes forward for about 3 or 4.
The Mason, he looks like a grizzly bear. He was taking on his blocker, and then he stretched right up and gave a bear hug to the ball carrier.
A 4-yard gain on the second shovel pass we've seen tonight. It's a kind of an underhanded pitch forward. If that ball is not caught, it's just an incomplete pass. It's a little like a screen pass. 5 minutes left, third quarter. 3rd and 6. And handed off to the near side. Man is going to be brought down short of a first down, down at about the 47.
Nice penetration again by the Mason and Chris Frey.
And Carroll and Becker finish off the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 4 for Sheehan. Ball at the 47. And you can't always be sure that they will punt being down 2 touchdowns, Frank.
Right, no you can't. And we've seen razzle dazzle tonight already. It may be an opportunity.
In fact, they're not even going to go into punt formation.
No, they're not. They're not even going to trick it. Come on.
4th down play. They need a good long 4. It's going to be a pass play and thrown across the far side. Complete pass, 1st down.
Boy.
At the 38.
Well.
That was a very good pass play. Put the ball right into the receiver.
Yeah, not much you can say about that. That was very low and
threw it away from the defender.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any hesitation by Sheehan on going for it on 4th and 4, although they were across midfield at the time. Run to the right side and bounce off of 1 tackle. Finally down, but that's a gain of 7 or 8, it looks like.
Good hard running on that young man out there.
No, he didn't get quite that much. He gained about 6.
Trevor Bannock is his name. Those young men do some pretty heavy running in there.
They were down between the 33 and 34.
Time to stiffen up, defense.
And hand off the first man, cut back to the right, and there's not much there. Gained about a yard at most. There's Mason and Hevesy.
One thing you know here, they're not gonna bother to punt again at all. So they're really looking at 2 downs to get about 5.
3rd and about 4, it looks like. And that play didn't gain much.
Well,
but we can look for almost anything from Sheehan from what we've seen so far. Quarterback keeps rolling to the right. He's wanting to run. Now he's being tackled in the backfield, and that's Hevesy, Tim Hevesy.
He's having an all-star game tonight as far as I'm concerned.
Tim Hevesy is all over the place tonight. He's a big boy. He's about 6'3", 240, something like that, Frank?
Yeah, what the heck, you know, kind of tiny. Trouble is he's fast and tiny.
Well, they went for 4th down and 4. Will they go for 4th down and 6? Ball's at the 36, and no question by Sheehan this time again. 4th down play. And they're going, it's a trick play, it's a reverse and a throw and a pass, screen pass. And the man is going to get the 1st down, it looks like.
Oh, son of a sea cook on that one.
They had pretty good defense there, except that they didn't wrap up the receiver. It was a reverse and a pitch back to the quarterback, a short screen pass off of that.
Man alive, that had so many ball handling in it that it was unbelievable.
I'm surprised that they handle the ball that well when it changes hands about 3 times on a play.
Under pressure too, because Hand was awful close to getting the quarterback. Actually had him in grab.
Hand applied good pressure, but they didn't get the tackle made quite as quick as they could.
Yes.
The left tackle for Sheehan moves early, so that's going to cost him 5 yards. And at least 3 referees saw that movement.
And the whole stands up here.
1st down and 15 for Sheehan now at the 32.
Well, you know, they took this ball when there was 8:16 on the board, so they've been chewing up the time clock.
There are not a lot of possessions here, Frank. How many punts have we seen tonight?
Well, we would have had about 4, I think. No, not even that, because they haven't been on some of the turnovers punts, so.
1st and 15, and it's a run to the right, and the man's got a place to go over there. Finally wrestled down, but a long gain. They needed 15, and it looks like he gained 12, maybe 12 or 13.
The offensive block has sealed that whole side very well.
And there's a hand man down on the far side, and that's Eric Hamill holding his ankle. I hope he didn't hurt that same ankle again.
Yeah,
On that last play, Eric Hamill made the tackle, and he reached down to his leg, but it appeared to be just a cramp. He did run off the field, so that's good news. Sheehan with the ball and a run over the left side, gain about 2. Underneath of that play is 87 there. That's Chris Frey.
Chris is doing a nice job. He's playing that defensive end position out here.
That will bring up third down and a long 2 for Sheehan, but they're inside the 20 at the 19. And if they put it in the end zone here, Frank, we're right back to a ball game.
Oh, absolutely right. Less than a minute in this period, too.
Quarterback keep. Oh, he bounces off of one man, and quarterback heading for the end zone. And he's going to be knocked down at about the 2.
Boy, nice saving tackle out there by the G-man, it looks like.
Well, there was nothing where the quarterback draw was designed to go, but he bounced outside. A good run by the quarterback.
Yeah, there was absolutely nothing there, and he just didn't go down. He stayed with it. Check it out. He's a very heady quarterback.
Sheehan, a first down on the 2-yard line with 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Long count. And run to the left side, and the man is in the end zone. Touchdown, Sheehan.
8-minute drive on that, Kent.
So Sheehan with a long drive, and they picked up, what, 2 fourth down plays there, Frank, to get there?
They did, yes. One on a pass, one on a run.
Well, if you're going to be a good team, you've got to do that once in a while. Yeah. And they are a good team.
And you got to give it to the quarterback on that. He's the one that...
And Sheehan comes out to go for 2. The score is 14-6 right now. And in motion to the far side of the field. The quarterback is going to roll that way, and he can take it in. And the quarterback rolls to the right and takes it all the way in.
Boy, what a job.
A well-designed play, and they had it totally sealed off for the quarterback to go around that corner.
Yeah, he went in virtually untouched, I'll tell you that.
The wide receiver there went deep in the corner, and Guinapero had to go with him. So there was nobody left to tackle the quarterback. We now have a ball game, 14-8.
14-8. What that sets up, of course, is they're saying they're going to hold hand to no more scores. They're going to get one more, and they'll be able to kick the extra point to make it a 15-14 ball game. That's what they're effectively saying with that play right there. They did a good job taking over half of that period, half of that quarter. Actually, 8 minutes of the 12.
So each team has played ball hog here tonight, Frank. Each team has grounded out for long drives and kept the ball a long time each time.
Now we're likely to see fumble rooskies and everything up here. I don't know if fumble rooskies are still legal or not, but we're likely to see it.
I haven't seen that one yet. We only have 16 seconds left in the
Statue of Liberty, hook and ladder, anything's likely to happen.
We haven't seen a run back yet this year, I don't believe, from a kickoff.
Not for hand anyway, yeah.
Here's this tight formation on the kickoff.
Hey, this is one that can give you one when they do like
and
that.
It's a short, high one out of bounds at about the 35. Well, last time that happened, Hand refused and made them kick over, and they got first down at about the 45.
Yeah, I think they might do that again because they gained nothing. It's right on the 35. That's where they'd get it. So that's what they're going to do, is they're going to refuse it and try to gain a little more out of it. But I'll tell you, to me, that's kind of a dangerous setup for Sheehan, because if they get that over there like to someone like Carroll, and Hand kind of slides everything to the center, you could form a wall right up that far side.
Dan Carroll and Mac Dolan are at about the 40, and about the 35 are Malik and Dorflinger. Deep at about the 25 are Duggan and Guinapero.
There's no contain on either extreme with this sort of a setup. They obviously have something in mind.
So he kicks it away this time right down the middle, fielded by Guinapero at about the 28, and he brings it back to near midfield.
Nice job. Nice job, Danny. Love it.
And Guinapero brings it back to the 50.
They got about 20 on that run return.
So a good choice again to refuse the ball at the 35 and make them kick again. And the third quarter will run out before Hand can get this play going.
Well, they're not going to have to go very far, are they?
Now they'll just switch sides of the 50 here, about a foot and a half.
And the nose of the ball is touching the chalk on one side. They just shifted to the other side of the chalk.
So after 3 quarters, Hand is leading 14-8 against Sheehan of Wallingford. In the last 12 minutes of this ball game, Hand with the ball at midfield, pitch to Hamill on the far sideline, and Hamill gains only a yard. pushed out of bounds.
Well, you could see right there some of the strategy of Sheehan too. Everybody that came up on Eric stayed high. They were going for the ball. That's what they were doing right then. So they had bodies there to force Eric out of bounds right at the down marker, and like I say, they were going to strip the ball. Let's see if that continues.
This is a tough defensive team for Hand to try to run against.
Back in a 4-4 front.
And again, Hamill bounces off of one man, but gains nothing.
Boy.
That line of scrimmage was totally plugged up by Sheehan's big defensive line.
Yeah, they certainly made note of where Hand's planes were running overall and took it right to him.
So a Hand in 2 running plays is right back where they started. 3rd and 10. And Gumkowski rolling, looking to throw. Now he's coming around the corner. He beats one man, breaks a tackle, goes forward across the 40, first down.
First down. There again, nice play. Gave Mark the option to take what he wanted to do, and instead of going up the center, like a little bit of expectation by Sheehan, came outside, did a nice job.
So Mark Gumkowski carries the ball from the 50 down to the 43, 17-yard gain. I called that wrong. It's a 37, right?
37.
And Damian Turton got a little crease, gains about 4.
Another nice handoff by Mark. Another good set of holes up there off the center position.
So Damian Turton takes it down to the 34. Gumkowski brings him out. Tim Hevesy at center all the way. And Gumkowski still got the ball, going to carry it. Takes it down to the 32, 31.
He was really holding Eric open for the pitch, but too many defenders closed a little too fast on him. Wasn't able to get it off. That was a smart move not to try to take it off there, Ken.
They put the ball down on the 32, and Hand needs between 4 and 5 yards for a first down. 3rd down play coming.
You better believe
Hand splits Guinapero and Hopkins to the right side. And they're going to run straight forward. Damian Turton takes it to the 29, but he's short of a first down.
He's going to get about half of what he needed to. But again, Hand is going to go for it. They're not going to do anything on the 4th down other than head for pay dirt.
4th and 2 for Hand. Big play coming up at the 29-yard line. And there's no question here either. They're too deep to punt. Fourth down play. Mark Gumkowski calls a timeout before the play gets going.
Too deep to punt, and it was too shallow to do a field goal.
It's a big play for Hand coming up after a timeout called by Mark Gumkowski. A 4th down and between 2 and 3 yards to go for a first.
Boy, I am some kind of impressed with this Sheehan defense. I'll tell you that now. They really hunkered down on this drive.
Now, Hand has had success on these kind of plays, rolling Mark Gumkowski out where he's kept the ball most of the time. We'll see what comes up. Gumkowski's going to keep it. Now he pitches it, and there's Hamill with a big gain. Hamill
nice move,
one man. A fine cut by Eric Hamill at about the 16, 17-yard line and takes it all the way to the 11. First down.
And you know, on top of that run, I believe Eric's going to go over 100 yards for the game.
So that was an option play, and Gumkowski looked like he was going to keep it if he had room, but they had him hemmed in. First down for Hand. They can make a first down at about the 1.5. And Turton takes it to the 5. Damian Turton got about half of it.
Damian was running nice and heavy that time, too. It seems funny to say running heavy, but you do. Every heavy stuff. You really push off hard on a forward motion.
6-yard gain by Damian Turton right on the 5. They need to get to about the 1.5 for a first down, 5 for a touchdown. And off to Turton right in the middle, into the end zone.
Got it!
Touchdown, man.
We've got it!
Damian Turton carries the ball in.
Well, you know, there was a nice series of calling on that, too. We noticed Damian get it for 3 plays in a row, but Eric had made the big breakaway before that, which, again, kind of makes the other team start to set up again on Eric, and Damian made some extra play off of that.
And this is interesting, Frank. It looks like Hand is going to go for 2. They do not have Jim Willis on the field. And Mark Gumkowski back in at quarterback. They've got the ball spotted on the left hash mark, so the white side of the field is on the far side. Hand leading 20-8, but they'd like to get that 2-point conversion. Eric Hamill in the slot right. Gumkowski rolling right. And now he throws. Incomplete pass off of the hands of Eric Hamill in the end zone. And Guinapero had a shot at bringing down the deflection, but
diving catch, but wasn't able to quite get there, so
that will leave the score at 20-8. Hand leading Sheehan. We have 8:38 left in the ball game.
These cords are all spaghetti down here, guys.
Hand with their 3rd touchdown.
Tomato sauce, and we have dinner.
And Jim Willis set to kick off again, and so far he's kicked it low each time, and we've had no big run backs. Hand does not mean a big run back here. Willis hits a line drive. It's fielded at about the 22, run to the near side, and he's hemmed in by the Hand players at the 35.
There's Dorflinger down there, and Danny Carroll, and we had Mac the Knife.
So Hand had that one defensed very well. We have 8.5 minutes left in this ball game, and Sheehan is 2 touchdowns behind. But they're a good enough team, Frank, that this game is a long ways from over with that much time left.
Long 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go. And they're going to go aerial.
They're going to look to throw across the middle, complete pass, being pursued over there by Malik, who makes the tackle, but about 11-yard gain. First down for Sheehan.
Yeah, the receiver snuck out of the backfield and came out here in mid-range, just on the seam on the zone defense, and it was a nice pass. There wasn't much pressure on the quarterback.
No huddle offense for Sheehan. Ball at the 47, first down. Quarterback looking to throw again, and got a lot of time. Well, it's batted down, it looks like. I think that was Rob Mason got a paw up there.
The grizzly bear. Holy smokes. They come up with a whole bunch of nicknames for the Mason there.
Although the quarterback had plenty of time to look over the field.
He certainly did. But it was the same play, just about 5 yards closer to this side is what they did. They slipped the number 22 receiver out.
2nd and 10, and we'll probably continue to see a lot of passing by Sheehan. That's an inside run, cut back, and a good run by Sheehan. Gains about 8.
Yeah, not quite first down, but he's got, again, they're not going to do any punting down here, so it's got 2 opportunities to go these 2 yards, or 3, whatever it is.
It's sort of a misdirection run to the left side by Sheehan, and a good gain. 3rd and 2 at the 45. Quarterback handoff and run back to the near side, and he's going to be stopped very close to a first down. Looks like he may be just short.
It's all in the position of that set now.
And it's close enough to measure. Referee's calling the change from the far sideline to measure. This will bring up a 4th down play if they're short.
Changes the strategy significantly, though, whether it's first down or not. Inches.
About 6 inches short of a first down. 4th down play coming up.
No,
so far, both teams have been pretty successful in picking up the 4th down plays. And Sheehan needing 2 scores There's no hesitation about what they're going to do. They're going to go for it. In a tight formation, this will be a power run of some kind.
QB sneak something or other.
Man in motion and a run to the left side. First down for Sheehan to the 40.
I don't think there was much question of what that was going to be overall. Chances were it could have been a QB sneak, but it wasn't. Like you say, this is
no huddle offense for Sheehan. They're running plays fast, and another misdirection, run back to the left. Cut down that time by 87.
22.
That's Chris Frey.
22 is Paul Zielinski. Sheehan, he's a junior, 5'6", 168. He's getting a lot of carries, a lot of looks. Probably partly because they saw that they needed to try to get some other personnel into the game.
That was a 2-yard gain by Sheehan. Running out of a wing T type formation. Long count, quarterback looking to throw. Now he's throwing across the middle. Complete pass right to his man at the 20. Tackled by Eric Hamill, but a good gain, first down.
Right where he wanted it, he was wide open down there. And again, no huddle, look at this.
No huddle offense. Sheehan is running plays quickly. And a quick run right up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Man's still going, and he's down inside the 10 to about the 7 or 8.
Wow. There was some real nifty running there.
First down for Sheehan again.
Of course, I know the coaches will have a whole different look at that Monday night in the films. Let's see that, not call that nifty running, not quite so good blocking, but up here in a positive mode, we'll say we'll give the offensive play a little credit.
We just went under 6 minutes left in the ball game, and Sheehan is driving it. Run to the far side, and a lot of blocking over there. A lot of blocking over there, but now Hand covers it.
Closed nicely.
Run out of bounds on the far sideline by Duggan and Gumkowski, and on defense.
Definitely second
Where we got the ball here, Frank? Just inside the 5, it looks like.
Just inside the 5.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line for Sheehan. And a tight formation for them. A lot of blocking in close, and they've got big line. Now motion to the left side, run to the left, and being stacked up over there. That was Damian Turton, it looked like, who met the ball carrier, but he gained a couple.
That's right, gonna be third down and a long stretch, if you will.
Third and goal at about 2.5, maybe out of the end zone. And we have an official timeout.
Yeah.
Short break in the action.
Just stop the clock for a minute out there for some reason, for a few seconds. Nothing away again.
Sheehan has only got 2 or 3 yards to go for a touchdown here. Quarterback hands off to the left side, and he's near the goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Sheehan, which brings them close.
Same play. They've been running off of their left side all the time. Hand runs off our right side. Sheehan's running off their left all the time, putting that big fullback through there.
We have 4.5 minutes left in this ball game, and that takes the score to Hand 20, Sheehan 14. I would think they would probably kick it from here, wouldn't they?
If they have one, but maybe they don't have a kicker.
I guess not. They're going to go for 2 again. Last time they had a wide open corner to run around, and the quarterback's going to keep it, heading for the end zone, and stop. He is stopped short. Stopped just short of the goal line.
Oh, they're gonna get
what do we got here? A flag? We've got a face mask penalty against Hand. So they're going to try that one again. The play was finally stopped by Malik at about the 1, but they will try that one again.
Huh. Well, Hand has gone relatively penalty-free this whole game. Matter of fact,
Now the ball spotted at the 1, so they're not far out, and with that big line, it's going to be awfully hard to keep them out of the end zone.
Just remember, the clock doesn't move either.
So Sheehan will try again for the 2-point conversion try. Penalty takes them down to the 1. And quarterback hands off to the left side, over the left side. Got it. Sheehan now has 16, Hand has 20, and this will be an exciting 4:50 left in this ball game.
It certainly will. Certainly will.
So Sheehan, after their second score, are only 4 points behind Hand with 4:50 left in this ball game. And Frank, they've loaded up the whole left side here, looking for an onside kick.
Everybody's going to have to watch out. It's going to go right over to Jordan, and that's where it's headed.
On the far side of the line, it's a big hop, and it's fielded right on the...
Nice job.
That's Ryan Milligan who fielded that on one bounce right at the 49.
He was charged. Oh, Ryan was really charged for that. He knew that was coming right for him. So another good starting position for him, though.
So what Hand needs now is to keep that ball moving, keep the clock moving, and score.
3.4 yards per carry, I call it. 3.4.
Mark Gumkowski brings these charges out and hand it off to Damian Turton, who gains a yard.
They got to really cover up that ball because Sheehan's going to be after it. They're going to be grabbing and pushing and punching and kicking and everything they can do to strip that thing. Okay, so Sheehan took the timeout, right?
Sheehan took a timeout with 4:29 left in the ballgame. At the 49-yard line.
Well, what do you say now, boy?
Sheehan has 2 timeouts left, and so does Hand.
You're looking for Hand to stop.
Gumkowski rolling to the near side, tries to cut back. There's a penalty flag down. Gumkowski is stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and we did have a flag down. And a holding call against Hand.
Going to march Hand for you to race back. They may refuse that penalty. And take the choice of chewing it down. See, now they're going to take it. Holding. Yeah.
It's a holding call against Hand, and they will push Hand deep.
Okay. I thought they might want the down to go away, but they're really better off to take this.
I think the idea here would be anytime you get a big penalty like that,
you'll have to push them back. Well, you don't know. They try so many different things on that team.
2nd down and 20 for Hand. And Gumkowski still got the ball. He's rolling to the near side, and he finally throws it. Complete pass to Carroll.
Nice.
And Carroll is near a first down.
He is close.
He's about a yard short of a first down. Dan Carroll makes a reception from Mark Gumkowski.
Boy, I'll tell you, Mark must have known exactly where that line of scrimmage was. He got awful close to it.
They gained 18 yards there, and they needed 20.
Now.
3rd and 2 for Hand. That's better position than they were in. And off to Turton, got the first down.
Nice. They did. They started a stunt. The defense started a stunt and a blitz at the same time, but they chose the wrong holes to go through.
Damian Turton takes it to the 37 for a first down. And a new set of downs with 3.5 minutes left in the ballgame.
Gotta keep the rhythm, Hand. It's gotta keep the rhythm moving.
Pitch this time to Hamill, and Hamill's got some room. Hamill makes a break. Hamill's heading for the end zone. Eric Hamill all the way, scores. Eric Hamill, 37-yard run for a touchdown with 3:18 left in the ball game. Puts Hand back up by 2 scores.
Ah, we love it.
We can see that play developing, Frank. That's the old toss to the right where Rob Mason kicks a man out and Mike Anderson seals it off. And the rest of it was Eric Hamill outrunning everybody.
Yeah, that really was classic from up here. You give your horse the room and he'll take off.
Great run by Eric Hamill. Jim Willis in to try the conversion. And Willis puts it up and puts it good.
Love it. Look at the coach. Get down in there, Mr. Cameraman.
That takes the score to 27-16.
Coach Philippone even had his hat off for a while. What do you think of that? I hope with his hat off, it didn't, the baldness didn't, in the sunlight here didn't hit the camera, but we can live with that. All right.
Sheehan. Willis hits it, going to hit it over the man's head. And a great kick all the way into the end zone. So Sheehan will take the ball on a touchback at the 20.
Beautiful job.
Jim Willis didn't hit that one low. He hit it over the guy's head.
He turned them around and they went sprinting back after it. Had a little bit too much on it, but it almost was going to die in the end zone. I mean, just before the end zone. A little bit too much on it. Nice
So
job.
Hand's defense now will get tested to the utmost on a passing attack by Sheehan. They've already showed that they've got a good passing attack.
Because the beauty of that is you get a touchback like that, you get them starting as far back as you're going to do without any risk.
Now they need to pressure the quarterback and try to get a turnover.
Interrupt everything, that's all. Just don't let anything big happen.
Long count, and the quarterback looking to throw to the far side. And man is still up, but not much gain there.
No, not much at all, and I'll tell you, Eric almost had the quarterback.
It looked like a white out on the far side was trying to pick up one block over there, a quick pass, and they only gained a yard.
Yeah, that was actually the emotion man that was out there, and he had a blocker, which was the wide out. You're right.
Well, quarterback looking to throw again. He's looking to the left side, and Hopkins got him pinned in. Tom Hopkins takes him out of bounds for a loss.
Oh, tomahawk, how'd it go, baby?
Tom Hopkins rides the quarterback out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Tommy's very familiar with this field. He works here in the summertime in the rec department.
I guess they mark it at the 13. Sheehan now has about, what do we got here, Frank? Maybe 18, 19 yards?
18, 19 is a good call. Defense loves it. They love it.
The quarterback rolling to the right.
He's got a chance to move it, though.
And Hevesy chasing and knocked down by the defender for a hand. And that was Guinapero.
Oh, the thief. The thief. He wanted to try to get that, but he played it better. He knocked it down.
The receiver was right there, but Guinapero cut in front of him, knocked it down. 4th down and about 18, 19 for Sheehan, deep in their own territory.
Boy, what a nice job he did defending that play.
We have 2:38 left on the clock. Frank, I don't believe we're going to see a punt here either.
No, nothing gained. Nothing.
They need 2 scores, and they don't need to turn it back to Hand if they can do anything with it.
Wouldn't the defense love to turn this over down in this area?
Hand needs a stop here, less than 20. It's a screen to the far side, and incomplete pass. Hand gets the ball back.
All right.
4th down play, incomplete. And had that been caught, it still would have been well short of a 1st down.
He had a long ways to go, and it was he was already being eyeballed by the defending team from Daniel Hand players. He would have been knocked out of bounds well before the 1st down. I would. This is one time I'd love to see Hand take it in. You can't call it running a score up as far as I'm concerned.
And has the ball back. Where are we? 14-yard line, 13-yard line. Hamill gets the ball on the far sideline, carries it down about the 10.
One thing down here, you don't want to handle the ball too many times. If you can help, always subject to having an interception, a fumble.
And Sheehan takes their second time out. They have one left in the ball game.
Let's take that camera right in on Coach Sekula going in there to read a little more poetry. See if we can pick out what passages will be from. Oh, he's not being very animated in there, Dr. Steve.
They really don't need another score here, Frank. They need to burn up a little over 2 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly. But you want to call. You don't want to change your rhythm. The big thing. Whoops. The big thing, Ken, is you don't want to change rhythm because that's when you can get into trouble. Keep it going with what you know.
Second down for Hand, 2nd and 7. And a handoff to Turton. Turton's got a good gain, and he's inside the 5 down to about 2 or 3.
He might get a first down out of that.
That's a first down for Hand at about the 2-yard line. And we're down to 2 minutes left in the ball game.
You don't want to handle the ball too much. You want to keep it in the hands of the guys who are sure with that. Oh, we're changing a little bit. Power eye, look.
Well, got power eye for Hand. It's going to be straightforward, and Turton takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hand.
Good call. It's a good call from a couple of reasons. First of all, Turton has been doing a real heavy hitting work down there, and it keeps it out of Eric's hands. You know they're going to keep somebody eyeballing Eric, but you don't want to strain Eric's leg any more than you have to.
On that play, the Hand offensive line drove the Sheehan defender right into the end zone. Score is now 33-16. Jim Willis to try the conversion. And the kick is blocked. Jim Willis does not get that one.
All right, now you can relax the rest of the season.
Jim Willis has his extra point string broken at, what was it, Frank? 22, I think. He had 18, and
he didn't go for one of them. Oh, okay.
I think he had 22 before he got that one blocked. But Hand, with that score, has pretty well put the game away with 1:43 left in the ball game. Sheehan needs to score twice.
I think we're going to find that Damian Turton also is going to be right up in that 100-yard mark. And definitely Eric Hamill is up over 150 or in that range someplace, I would say. But boy, I'll tell you again, if we talk to those young men tonight, we're going to hear them saying, thank you to the front line all the way. Very good defense tonight, too. The guys have done a very good job. They've learned a lot of new things tonight, Kent.
Last week they played East Haven and they played down to the level of an 0-5 team. And this week they played up to the level of a 5-0 team. They've met the challenge against Sheehan. Jim Willis to kick off, hits it high, and it will be fielded at about the 12. Run right back up the middle with a wedge, and the man bounces off. He's still going on the far sideline, but there are a lot of black shirts after him. Duggan takes him out of bounds.
Out of bounds, stops the clock, but still someone off, and during that run back.
So Sheehan brings the ball up to about the 27. We have a minute and a half left in the ball game. And Hand is leading by 2 scores. And we'll probably see passes.
Actually, Kent, when you look at the math, it'd be 3 scores when you think about it. If they got 2 8-pointers is 32, they still have to get another one.
You're right. You had better than I did. I'm not sure what this break in the action is.
No, they're clock thing. They're moving the clock back, I think. A minute and 30 seconds, I think, is what they're saying. From what I can hear.
Well, they need a few more seconds on the clock. Maybe they got a. Well, maybe we got a hometown.
No, as a matter of fact, when on that play, the runner went out of bounds on the run back, stopped the clock at 1:30. I did notice that the clock didn't get stopped. Apparently, kept on running.
Okay, so Sheehan looking to throw.
Mesa trying to get to him.
Across the middle, and it's tipped and knocked away by Hand. Hand has got a lot of defenders looking for pass plays on every play.
Yeah, they're going to shadow every receiver coming out for sure. Try to get the line to put some pressure. And Matt Macer, he was doing a nice job. He hasn't been in this position. He's a sophomore. He hasn't been in this position very much as a defensive player.
We've got Guinapero playing center field here on defense. Quarterback looking to throw and thrown across the middle and tackled by Dolan, but that's going to be a first down at about the 39.
Clock will stop for while they move the sticks forward. Want to see the hurry up offense, of course.
We've got Ryan Milligan playing defense on the far side, and a run up the middle and a big hole. Ball carrier goes forward for about 15-16 yards, finally tackled by Dan Glenn in there. And we've also got some other players that haven't been in earlier. Chris King was in on that tackle.
Nice job, Chris.
Another pass play and an incomplete pass, knocked down but not caught. We will, I saw Chris King on that last play. We'll apologize to him for not having him identified last week.
Yes.
He was wearing a number that we didn't have on our roster.
That's right.
He's wearing 84 out there now.
Now we want to make sure we give Chris some plaudits because he did a good job last week when he went in. And we couldn't give it to him then. So Chris, good game last week and already sticking it in nicely this week.
So Hand is in, got this game safely put away. We're inside of a minute. Quarterback looking to throw, being pressured. Now he's going to throw long and overthrown deep in the field, and he put that ball in the air about 50 yards.
I'll tell you, everybody turned away and didn't look at that, but there was some little bit of, well, let's say there was a debate going on with a couple of the linemen down in the front of that. Somebody didn't like what somebody else did. Looked to me like a Sheehan man to put a hand inside Mike Salmani's face mask, and Mike didn't like that very well.
The ball's at the 42, 3rd and 10 for Sheehan, and it's going to be a run right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, goes forward near a first down, but the clock is running. And
Sheehan would like to get on the board again and cut that sting down again.
We're right down to a half a minute left in the ball game. And another run up the middle, and that one's not going anywhere. Mike Anderson's got him wrapped up.
Mikey likes it.
The ball carrier may have gained the yard he needed for the first down, but more important is the clock is down to 20 seconds.
Yeah, timeout taken. Are they going to measure? No, timeouts to the measure.
They're going to measure. He needed a yard, and that's just about what he gained.
And filtering a little more help in there. Adam Soper's come in. Didn't see who came out, but Adam went in. Nice job.
Mike Salmani in the middle of the line. I see a big 75 there. Chad Taylor is in the line.
Yeah. Some of these guys build up their appetites for the food party after the game.
54, Todd McLaughlin just comes in. First down for Sheehan.
Gonna be another aerial, I would think. However they tried running it, they just want to get on the board is all they want to do.
And quarterback rolling left. Chad Taylor contains, and it's a complete pass. First down inside the 20.
And the clock, they're going to move the sticks for the first down. That's why the clock is stopped. In 10 seconds, they'll get one more play away. At least one. They really could get two if they wanted to.
And quarterback looking in the end zone and throwing it. It's a touchdown for Sheehan. A completed pass right about the 1 yard line. He falls in the end zone as the clock runs out. That will be the last play of the football game, with the exception of the conversion. They did score.
Yeah, that was Hand was playing loose, trying to not, keep everybody back there, and there wasn't much pressure on the quarterback. Nice route was run by the receiver.
And Frank, we've been told why Sheehan goes for 2 on their extra points. Their coach has a philosophy that he'll score about 60% of the time on those kind of plays, and they don't have a very good kicker.
Hey, you know, a lot to be said for that. Game is now over. I'm going to head down in the field to do some work down there with Paul, and we'll talk to you later.
So this is Kent Sprague with Frank Tardoff and Paul Sprague and Steve Fust on the cameras tonight. With both cameras, we wrap up this game where Daniel Hand High School wins their 6th game of the year against the tough Sheehan of Wallingford. Final score, 33-22.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Daniel Hand after game report. If you will, we've got Tiny Tim. See how tiny he is here right next to me, anchoring down the line for us this year. Tiny, what would you like to say about this game tonight?
All I gotta say is we fought hard and we stuck it through. No, I mean, a lot of teams doubted us after East Haven and after a lot of the games we've played so far because they thought we just did it and we just got it done. That's it. And now we proved to everyone that we could beat a team that's good.
You know, Tim, you saw some things tonight that a lot of teams never see on defense. That's what I'm talking about is defense. When they pull some of those razzle-dazzle plays, what were your thoughts when you seen those happen to you?
Hoping I can get to him. If I couldn't get to him, someone else would get to him. I knew him, but you couldn't scream it out. I mean, it was too loud to scream it out like to get everyone else to hear it. So just hoping somebody would get there.
Some of those, oh my God, huh?
Yeah. Someone tackle him now, please.
Yeah, no, it really, what we were seeing from up in the booth was that sort of thing. Thought you guys did a good job with it. How about some of the other things you saw? Number 33 looked like he was quite a ball player out there.
He's a tough runner. I mean, he gave his all out in that field tonight. I give him all the credit in the world.
You hit him. He didn't come down all by himself, did he? Huh?
No, he didn't at all.
That's neat. That's really good. It was a great game. It was good to see you guys breaking open. Let me ask you a couple questions about the offensive side of things here, Tim. You're in there in the middle. Nobody ever gets to see your handsome face, that sort of thing. But what were they doing? At one point, they had a guy that was 265, according to the schedule, against you, and you were wrapping heads against him. What were you trying to do at that point?
Well, when it first started, we were basically going with our rules of blocking, but then the linebacker was sitting behind the nose guard, and we had to pick him up because he was making a lot of tackles. So Drennan and I and Anderson all worked out a way that I could get around and I get the linebacker and they take the nose guy.
Is that something you made adjustments for yourselves?
Yeah, I came over to Coach Cool and I said that linebacker's right behind the nose guy and he's making a lot of tackles, and he's right behind us, so we got to get him. He's the most important because he was quicker than the nose guy just sat there.
Well, that's really interesting to hear, and that's something, again, the folks back home on Monday night and Wednesday won't know much about, and I'm glad to have you answer it that way, is that you guys saw it on the field, in the battle, and came back out and made adjustments. So we want to, again, congratulate you for a great game.
Thanks a lot.
You did a personal good game out there, and we'll see you later on, okay? Thanks again, Tim. Here we go. Everybody, this time we're going to do a little interview here of Matt Mesa, number 52 you see out there, both on offense and defense. Matt's a sophomore, and they say in the book you're about 180 pounds. Is that about right?
180 and 6 feet.
180 and 6 feet? Very good. Okay, so they weren't lying, cheating, and stealing when they listed that, huh?
No.
How's it feeling to get in there now? You're getting a lot of time.
Feels great to be with the #1 line in the state.
Number 1 line. I like the way you're bragging about that.
Great.
Okay.
We're looking for him over there.
Who's looking for him? Where you got him?
On the radio.
Oh, Matt Mesa?
Yeah, I want the line. The line.
Hey, they're going to get the whole line. How do you think about that, Matt? We'll grab you another question or two. You saw some things out there on defense tonight you had never seen before, probably. No. How did you handle that?
We did our best. We did our read steps. Everyone came together as a team and got to the ball.
Great, Dan. How about your blocking and offense then? How are you able to come up with that? Because they had some pretty good defenders against you.
Just beat them off the ball and get across the face.
What you're saying is just coming down to fundamentals then?
Yeah, push the floor.
Okay, anybody else that's watching this in the rec league teams, the 8th graders, 7th graders, You'd again say what? Something about basics and fundamentals?
Just fundamentals, that's all it is.
Okay, thanks an awful lot, Matt. We'll let you go with the other guys, and thanks for your help. Thank you. Good game. Thank you. I'll get you. Grab this little thing here, Matt. Big Mac. That's not original, is it, huh?
No, the knife.
All right, everybody. Here we go. All right, everyone. Now we're going to do the knife. We're going to give a little interview. And this is the young man that knows how to keep his uniform clean. But this year we named him the knife because he knows how to slice in there. Just had you down for a couple of scalpel moves this time. What was your feeling out there from your linebacker spot when you were seeing number 33 coming your way?
Oh, that kid was just a train. He was just, no, not one person's going to take him down. You have to gang tackle that kid. And, you know, they were cutting it back all the first half, and we weren't like, our linebackers weren't staying home, so, but he's a truck.
He is a truck. How about the quarterback? I was really impressed with him.
He was a good runner. I thought he was a really good runner. He made the right decisions at the right time. His receivers didn't catch the balls, though, so.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
And what I was seeing, and maybe you were seeing it too, like you say, he made good decisions, and he made them.
Yeah.
He didn't rush his decisions.
Yep. Yep. He made good decisions. He was good. And he's only a junior, number 33.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
You might meet him again. You guys may meet them again
Next
anyway.
year. I don't know.
Maybe later
They
on.
still have to play Cheshire.
That's true.
So
That's true.
we'll see.
What are you seeing from your linebacker spot as far as the way we're able to do a little bit more work? Now, I know it's not you rushing in there and doing some blitzing and things, but what does that do if you see Tommy Malik running in the blitz or something? What are your responsibilities?
When Tommy's blitzing, I usually have a good feeling because he usually makes a good play. I mean, I always have confidence in him. But I'm looking for it to bounce around the line, see what comes to me. But that's pretty much it.
Any particular thing fool you today with some of the razzle dazzle?
Some of that play action where they just faked the handoff, threw me in, and I just like lost my passing zone back. So
well, that's one of those things you say, well, now I've seen it and I can react differently another time.
I know. It's better now than later, you know. I mean,
that's
so,
right.
Gives you a look.
What we do then, we want to thank you a lot again from a great game.
All
Dynamite, wonderful win. We'll see you later on.
All right.
And take care of yourself and
All right,
stay
thanks a lot,
healthy.
Mr. Torrey.
All right. Take care, Mac. Okay, everybody, right now that we're going to do an interview of the new trainer this year for Daniel Hand Sports. Her name is Angel Brown. She's been transported here from Ohio via Illinois, University of Illinois, where she did her graduate work. And she's one of the kingpins for the whole team down here, Angel. How are you finding Madison?
I like Madison a lot. I like the school a lot.
You like the school a lot?
Yeah,
Have you
kids
ever been?
are really nice.
Have you been east here very much before? Or?
No, I was here once for a softball tournament, and that was it.
Once for a softball tournament.
Yep.
So that means you're a softball player.
Yeah.
What position in softball?
I was a catcher.
In catcher, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Now let me ask you a little bit more. As trainer for the sports department, you do all the sports basically, right?
Yeah.
So your football, everybody thinks in terms of football as being probably the most work.
Yeah, there's just because it's a contact sport.
Because the
Numbers-wise, they have the least number out of all the sports.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No
Field
kidding.
hockey's got around 80 girls, and soccer, they're up in numbers too.
Well, that's really. What kind of injuries do you usually do on a day-to-day basis, or how do you work with those, Angel?
Right now, since it's getting close towards the end of the season, I'm seeing more stress fractures and just overuse injuries.
Overuse injuries?
Yeah.
Look tonight like some of the young men were having some cramping.